Red digital cinema came onto the scene in 2007 with the Red 1, a leap in quality of digital cinema cameras, first introducing 4K into the mainstream market. 6 years later, in 2013, Red produced a sensor that would be regarded as one of the best, even decades later. The Dragon 6K was born. With pleasing skin tones, noise that looked like film grain, and a resolution unmatched by anything else at the time, Red began taking over the market. The epic Dragon 6K offered a 6144 by 3160 pixel resolution, significantly improving detail and post-production flexibility over the previous MX sensor. With dynamic range that triumphed over film stocks and the impressive R3D compressed raw codec, directors, producers, and DPs all wanted this camera on their film sets. The Red Dragon swarmed through Hollywood, shooting titles such as The Hobbit, Ex Machina, Gone Girl, Straight Outta Compton, and even used more recently in shows like Stranger Things. In the mid to late 2010s, the Dragon was regarded as the gold standard for music videos, with a large share of award-winning music videos being shot on Red during that time frame. The Red DSMC-2 line was the most modular camera system to ever be made, even to this day. With interchangeable lens mounts like PL, EF, Leica M, and Nikon F, Red gained popularity in both the filmmaking market as well as sports, documentary, and wildlife productions, with its pre-record function up to 30 seconds. Touchscreen monitors as well as HDMI and SDI was a standard for Red, allowing any type of monitoring with their cameras. Additionally, alternative I/O could be attached to the back of the camera for different uses and needs. Also, a global shutter and electronic ND mount was available for those with that specific need. Red continued to produce the Dragon 6K sensor and put it in their DSMC-2 weapon camera brains. They even produced an 8K variant of the sensor, but unfortunately it never saw mass production and remains in the testing labs. Red pivoted to their DSMC-3 line of cameras, forgetting about the Dragon sensor and diving into marketing VistaVision. This ultimately lost them market share and led to the transition of the company to Nikon. Red currently has a fan base with one newer camera in particular, the Komodo 6K. Originally named Baby Dragon, this 6K camera was built to be a newer version of the Dragon 6K. Unfortunately, Red couldn't quite produce the same image quality, so they opted for a different name, but referenced the Dragon. They of course landed on Komodo. Both cameras are technically Super 35, but they had very different sensor sizes. The Dragon 6K has a 1.17 crop compared to full frame totally, and a 1.09 crop just compared horizontally. The Komodo has a crop factor of 1.33 totally compared to full frame, and 1.28 horizontally compared to full frame, which is much closer to the Red Helium cameras that have become more popular amongst TV productions, allowing the Komodo to kind of be used as a crash cam. The Dragon also had a marketed dynamic range of 16.5, but testing has shown it's a little closer to 16. Additionally, the Komodo also testing lands around 13.5, but it does have a global shutter sensor, so that is to be expected. While both cameras are much different, the Dragon still holds its own in terms of raw image quality. The Dragon sensor even today is considered Red Digital Cinema's crowning achievement. It had the best of everything. Perfect resolution and workflow, amazing color science, OLPF options, lens mount options, and a look that even made Ari nervous about its future. In fact, it was the Red Epic Dragon 6K that changed how Ari marketed and named its cameras.
night falls and he's suffering. Nobody else from that base camp is due to be on their trail for another few days. He smells what's cooking and he doesn't like it.
Beg me. I would have felt more guilt if I hadn't done it.
While this camera reigns supreme in the 2010s, is it even a viable purchase today? Many indie projects, music videos, and TV shows do still use the Red Dragon and Red Monstro in tandem for production. Many DPs prefer the DSMC2 controls compared to the DSMC3 cameras, as they have more flexibility in post, granular control on compression, and easier adjustments to the image on set and in the color grading stage. This camera is a phenomenal pickup for the up-and-coming filmmaker in 2025. Full kits complete with media, lens mounts, and monitors can cost as little as $2,000 for the DSMC1 model and around $3,000 to $3,500 for the DSMC2 model. For most filmmakers, this is more affordable than some mirrorless cameras. The Dragon isn't easy to wield, but in the right hands, it can be pure magic. If you enjoyed this video, please consider donating via the Buy Me a Coffee link. It allows me to keep making more videos and inspiring other filmmakers. If you don't want to donate, please just hit like and subscribe, as that helps a lot too. Until next time.